is a gold dirt road to old. Out of nothing, got a deed to the land, but it ain't my ground. This is God's country. We pray for rain and thank Him when it's falling, 'cause it brings a grain. Money, we put it back in the plate. I guess that's why they call it God's country. I saw the light in the sunrise, sitting back in the 40 on a muddy riverside, getting baptized in holy water and shine with the dogs running. Saved by the sound of the being found, Dixie whistle in the wind that'll get you heaven bound. Devil went down to Georgia, but he didn't stick around. This is God's country. We turn to dirt and work until the week's done. We take a break and break bread on Sunday, then do it all again, 'cause we're proud to be from God's country. I saw the light in the sunrise, sitting back in the 40 on a muddy riverside, getting baptized in holy water and shine with the dogs running. Saved by the sound of the big foundation, whistle in the wind that'll get you heaven bound. Devil went down to Georgia, but he didn't stick around. Oh my God! My time, leave me 6 feet deep in God's country.
Welcome to this episode of Lead and Lures, Predators Become Prey. What's cool about this episode? It was filmed all in pitch dark. We used infrared lighting in accordance with our IR cameras. We had thermal scopes that are also capable of 4K filming. We also had thermal optics that are capable of recording as well. Enjoy this episode where we watch Predators Become Prey with Pro Staff Jeff Mason. So Jeff, what do we, since we're right here, what are we using here?
Got a Savage 223. Honestly, I forget what the model is on this one.
It's
Savage Axis, that's what it is.
It's an Axis.
Savage Axis. We got the ATN 3x14. It's got the ABL rangefinder on it. And we got a Coyote cannon from Sniper Hog Lights.
Nice.
So, pretty decent entry-level night vision setup. Kills coyotes. Kills fox. It does its job. hit him, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna let him get closer. After the second shot, we decided to call it for that spot. Just goes to show that even after you shoot, to still keep calling because more might come in. What an awesome way to start off the New York Predator season. This stand was our second stand of the night. We were in our opening night contest with the Predator Hunters of New York page. We had 5 or 6 coyotes howling out in that field when we got there. Got set up. We had a nice wind coming from the southwest, blowing over our shoulder to the northeast. The first coyote that came in, he started to come into our downwind side. Got on him quick. Came into that coyote pup, howl one, and let one fly. It sounded like we hit him pretty good. Unable to find that one at the end of the stand, but after every shot, we want to make sure we're playing pup distress, and that's what brought in the second one out of that pack of 5 out there. That one came in on a rope, couldn't resist Pup Distress 3 from Fox Pro, and as it came in, it paused, and rookie mistake, I had my rifle on safe. So took a little longer to make that shot come off. Well, it didn't, because my rifle was on safe. Once I realized that and it started moving again, my buddy Matt and I started barking and howling at it to get it to stop. At this point, he was only about 40 yards away. It stopped, nice broadside shot, dropped her on the spot. First coyote of the night down, many more to go after that.
Barker Outdoors. Barker Outdoors offers you today's hottest products in predator hunting, including night vision, thermal optics, and coyote calls. Check them out today or visit their shop in Youngstown, New York. Barker Outdoors. I see him.
I got him.
He's down. He's laying right there.
Yeah. All right, first stand of the night. Got a fox. 150 yard plus shot. Partially on thermal. And the rest is on the scope. There he is. Let's get down there and we'll grab me here. You want to film?
See the XL.
What do we got here? We got a like male, maybe? Yeah.
Looks like a male.
We got a male there. Not much of an exit hole on him even.
It's right on the spine.
Nice shot there. Awesome. Been having one getting into Matt's dad's garage here. So hopefully this is the one and you won't have that issue anymore. Let's go see what else we can find. Well, first stand of the night. And a nice red fox here on Matt's parents' property. On this stand, real light wind, almost no wind really. We had the wind in our face, but at a 45-degree angle to our backs. So coming from our face to our backs. This fox actually came from the upwind side. We believe it followed the creek bed, and we never saw it. We ran through 2 different birds. We did titmouse tantrum, nutty nuthatch, both on the Fox Pro X2 X24. Switched to cagey cottontail. Then we switched to Lil's cottontail. And then our bread and butter, which seems to work time in and time out.
Yeah.
Platinum gray in distress. That's just a great sound. That's great on fox, coyotes. We've had a lot of luck on fox with that sound. But at about the 23-minute mark, I decided, all right, well, let's just sit quiet for a little bit and we'll start howling, see if we can get some coyotes. Well, about the time I pulled up the male long howls, didn't even hit the button. I look up and I see this fox out in the path. So, wasn't able to get out the first time. Ended up finding it later on down the field a long ways, about 150-yard shot. And unfortunately, we had some gear malfunctions over here. But luckily, that's why you have 2 guys out there. So when one goes down, the other one can back the other guy up, and made a 150-yard shot. And we're going home with fur in the truck. So let's go out and see if we can get some more. What do you say?
I say let's go get some more.
Let's do it.
7 years, over 40 species, over 6 continents, and over 20 states. All kinds of weather, all kinds of terrain, and only one brand of clothing. For me, that's Huntworth. Huntworth, clothing that works.
I hail from the dark side, ain't looking for a free ride.
If it works for me, it'll work for you.
I fight through the firestone.
Huntworth, clothing that works.
I heard the thump. This stand was one of the wildest stands we've had in our career of predator hunting so far. As soon as we set the call out and turned it on, we had a fox coming in from our right hand side, which was perfect. We had a wind blowing from our right to left, so it was coming in from the upwind side. As we're watching that one come in off camera, we had a gray fox run 30 yards in front of us. Fortunately, we weren't able to get that one on camera. It was just in and out. So once that fox we were watching on a thermal came in, we were able to make a good shot on him. Shortly after that, our buddy Chris said, "Hey, I think there's another one up here to the left." Looked up with the thermal, there he was, and that one, the wind was blowing hard. Man, I could not keep the gun stable on the sticks, no matter how good your sticks are. When you got a good hard wind, it'll blow you a little bit. But I was able to make a good shot on that one. The recovery was great, and ended up leaving that stand with one fox and one coyote. After watching that episode of Lead & Lures, you're probably thinking, man, that looks like a lot of fun. What all do I need to get into this? You can go as big or as small as you want, really. Main things you need a call. You can get a mouth call, you can get a hand call. They're relatively cheap. From pretty much any outdoor store is going to have a mouth squeaker or some sort of cottontail distress. If you're on a budget, getting started off, that's what I suggest. Start off with the mouth call, start off with the little hand calls. As far as rifles go, me personally would never use anything less. And it's honestly, guys kill them with the 22 mag, 17 HMRs. Certain states have certain rules on what calibers you're allowed to use, and sometimes even during certain times of the year what calibers you're allowed to use. So check your local laws on that. Me personally, I use a 223. My buddy Matt, he uses a 22-250, 6.5 Creedmoor. All of those are great predator rounds, or predator calibers rather. I like to, I'm going to go through my loadout for you guys, see everything that I have and what I use. I'm kind of in the past, I would kind of try to be cheap. You know, I try to buy the cheap stuff. But I found that once I've really got into the sport, I really enjoyed it. So I upgraded my stuff. I would say my gear is middle of the road. So it's not the most expensive stuff you can buy, and it's not the cheapest stuff you can buy out there either. But I'm going to go through all this with you guys. So obviously we talked about the rifle already. This is the Savage Axis 223. You're going to want to have, you just want to be comfortable. So I always try to bring a chair. You can sit on the ground. You can sit against a tree. You can stand. If you're standing, you're going to want to have some sort of a tripod, which we'll talk about here in a little bit, or some kind of shooting sticks. But me personally, I like to sit. So in my pack here, I have just a simple camp stool. Folds out, makes it nice and easy. Easy to carry. Gives me high enough up off the ground where I can still see over some goldenrod or small brush, or small corn stalks, whatever the case might be. So I got my chair. Next, like I said, there's a couple different options. you can either go with the tripod. This is the Kopfjäger. I got this from Barker Outdoors. It does not come with this ball head. The ball head is essential because it allows you to pivot 360 degrees, allows it to cant, and forward and back and all around. It's just like just a ball socket in there. So the rifle attaches in. It is unloaded for safety. So it just slides in. You have to buy a separate ARCA plate for it. And it just attaches, the ARCA plate attaches to a Picatinny rail system. On the Savage Axis, I had to buy a separate mount for that and attach that to the sling nut. This is one way of doing it. If you're a little more handy, you could tap a spot back here so it's more centered to be able to hook that plate up so it's going to be more centered on the rifle. So we'll take this off. As far as the call goes, I use a Fox Pro X24. This call here is one of the loudest they have on the market. It plays 24-bit sound, so that just means that it's going to be more clear, more realistic sounding sound. I started off using a red light just to get used to everything. Again, that's if you're night hunting, that's a good way to get into it. You know, get out there with that red light, and you get a red headlamp, and you have a red kill light. For the scope, this is an ATN X-Sight 4K Pro. It's a 3x14 magnification on it. This has the ability to do daylight or nighttime shooting. This will record video as well, which most of our kill shots that you've seen on the episode today was filmed with this scope. It is in 4K. I have every night vision scope is going to need to have an IR light, an infrared light on it. That way the camera will pick up that light out there in the field, but it is not visible to the animal or human eye for that matter. The IR light that I have on here is a Sniper Hog Coyote Cannon. It is one of the best lights on the market for night vision shooting, night vision hunting. I would say the range where I can pick up eyes pretty close to 1,000 yards. Within 300, I'm able to identify whether or not it's a coyote or a fox. And a lot of times that comes with experience too, looking at watching how that animal moves. You know, a fox is going to be more bounding, whereas a coyote kind of trots and weaves. Just last year, I upgraded to a thermal scanner. This here is the AGM Taipan TM19-384. So what does all those numbers mean? The 19 means that's the objective lens. So it's a 19 millimeter objective lens on it. And the 384 is the core. There's multiple different cores out there. 160 I think is the lowest right now. And they're making new advancements every day. One of the higher end ones, I think they're at 1240 now, as far as the core inside here. So 384 is, like I said, on the lower end of the middle of the road. This scanner alone was about $1,900. So you know, when you start getting into the thermal stuff, you're not playing anymore. You're getting a little bit serious. But this was a game changer. From going from red lights to thermal, the thermal scanner. Almost every time that I would go out with a thermal scanner, I would see something. With the red lights, I don't know if we were just missing them as far as seeing the eyes, or if they were seeing the lights and the shadows and they just wouldn't, the more educated ones just wouldn't commit. But once you got that thermal and the night vision paired up, it was literally lights out. You know, it was amazing. It was a complete game changer for us. So that's my loadout for you guys. That's what I use. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you got any questions, feel free to reach out to us.
Primitive Patriot, outdoors.